Hey everybody, this is Travis, and this is my first video for Gat Daily's web series, but you may have read my articles at gatdaily.com. Now today, my first video, my inaugural video if you will, we're not going to be talking about guns, ammo, or tactics. Instead, we're going to be talking about a tool. Specifically, the 511 Viking Tactical Axe. It's a long name, but it's two companies who've come together to make something pretty great. Now, Viking Tactical is run by Kyle Lamb. He's a former Delta Force Bubba, and he is the owner of Viking Tactical. He designed this axe based off of a purpose-built weapon he had in Iraq and Afghanistan that he also passed out to his guys. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. The first thing we notice is the sheath. It's pretty robust. That's a reversible clip, works with any kind of PALS or webbing system, also goes on a belt pretty easily. It can be changed from left to right depending on how you want to carry it. Little strap here, that can be done the same. You can change it from left to right. Pull it out, and we get our tool. Now this is made up of four main tools. First we have clearly our axe head. It's an axe, it's a Viking Tactical Axe. It's got a good beard on it, so you can get right under there and do those fine cuts. If it was a little longer, I could probably, pull a British soldier's shields and hit him with it, but that's an old Dane axe joke. It's not a very good one. Second, we've got our pry bar at the top. Small, but it's robust. Then finally, we have our hammer. Now these were the three main tools on the original tool he had in country. What they added was a metal cutter at the bottom here. So metal cutter, probably pretty handy, especially if you're gonna cut your way into cars, which this can do. Now the only part of this that's welded on is the hammer, and the rest of it's one solid piece of metal. So that increases durability, simplifies things, and gives the tool less failure points. Now the axe itself is very sharp. It slices through wood very, very well, and is actually very easy to swing. It's a pretty balanced tool, especially for having all the weight up here. It doesn't feel like it's gonna get away from you. The hammer works great for driving nails. That's most of I've used it for. It's a hammer, so it can break things, it can hit things, it can do whatever you need it to. The pry bar is a little weak. Because I think it's so small, I really have a problem with bigger tasks, but it doesn't replace a dedicated crowbar. It kind of just complements tools you already have. Metal cutter. Metal cutter's good. It's a tool that requires a lot of effort to use effectively, and don't expect clean cuts. They're pretty ragged and jagged. Now overall, the tool comes together very well and presents a very small and compact package. It's 15 inches long. It's plenty light. It's very thin, which is a good and bad. Good because it reduces weight. Bad because it starts to tire your hand pretty quickly. Once you start making impact with something hard, with either the hammer or the axe, you're gonna start feeling it. That's really the biggest downside. Now, it does have all these tools on the inside, as you can see. Those are kind of tricky to use. They really rely on whatever you're unscrewing or screwing in to be out in the open. If it's in a corner or it's tucked under something, you can't really get the tool under there. It's not going to work well. I would consider this the four main tools, and these extras are just bonuses. That's how I think of it. Now, as a tool, it's a multi-tool, so it doesn't really replace a dedicated tool, a dedicated axe. It's not going to split wood for you. This hammer is not going to act like a sledgehammer. This is not going to act like a crowbar, but they can get you far enough in your everyday situation where you don't have to carry those four dedicated tools, or the four dedicated tools, including the metal cutter. Now, for such a lightweight and compact tool, and it's actually also very affordable, it can take a beating. I've used it quite a bit. I've trimmed trees. I've beaten some nails. Probably want to use the sheath when you're beating in nails, so you're not going to hit yourself with the axe. It does allow that. So if you pop this in there, it's a pretty good design, pretty good idea. You just risk banging your sheath up, but it's better than putting an axe in your face or your shoulder or wherever. Now, all in all, I think this is a very well-designed tool, and it would complement most gear setups pretty well. It'd be a great little breaching tool. If you don't want to carry a full-on breaching kit, which is heavy. It's very, very heavy, and it's very bulky. This is a lightweight tool you can keep on you at all times for if you come to that situation. If you're going to a breach, you probably bring your breaching tools, but if you stumble across something you have to breach, having this on you is going to make it a lot easier. So, I want to thank everyone for watching. Let me know below if you have any questions, and there'll be an article on this axe at gatdaily.com.